All right, guys, it's time to start putting things together and getting excited for our big trip to Indy! All right, so you have the itinerary, and here's your opportunity for us to answer all those questions that you probably would have. So let's get started. Wednesday, November 9th. Now, again, that's the day after the election, so it's our first school day of the week. You guys are going to meet at 9:30, and that's right after what, Miss Rapp?
Third hour.
I think it's right after third hour, yeah, right before PAC on the 9th. So you'll meet me, Mrs. Rapp, and Mrs. Stevens in the Commons, and you guys can bring your luggage into room 129 that day.
So you guys are going to be expected to be at school first through third hour, and then after that you guys are going to be excused for the remainder of the day and the remainder of the week as a field trip.
Pretty sweet gig. All right, so our plan is to get on the road at 9:30 for our road trip to Indy! All right, there's the hotel information if your parents need it. I'm sure there's a phone number at the hotel, but why would they call the hotel when they could just call yourself? All right, so we're going to lose an hour on our way to Indianapolis. Oh, missed our chance to say Indy again. We'll check into the hotel at 3:30. We'll have about an hour to kill before we walk to dinner, and then we're going to meet in the lobby and go to the
Pacers game.
It's going to be sweet. They're playing the Sixers. I know that means nothing to a lot of you, but that'll be fun.
Concessions.
Yes. Comfortable seats.
Snapchat.
Air conditioning.
Basketball.
That's enough for one night. All right, the next day. Thursday, we have a whole day in Indy! All right, and we're going to start by, we'll provide some breakfast for you so you guys can save some money that way. We'll meet in Mrs. Rapp's room for that. And then we're going to depart for our first visit to Butler! So a 10 o'clock departure on a bus that we've rented. And you guys will get to see a big school and tour some of the facilities over at Butler. Really cool campus. I think you guys will enjoy it. So that'll be a couple hours on Thursday. And then you guys see where it says 12:30. We'll have lunch. You guys can do lunch on your own. So there's a couple different spots over by the campus or by an area of town called Broad Ripple. Okay, so that's Thursday morning. Not too much. And then we'll get back to the hotel by about 2 o'clock, like it says there. We'll have a couple hours to kill. And then we're going to meet up for our first big meal. Oh, okay, Rapp was going to say dinner. I said meal. At Buca di Beppo. Okay, apparently I'm the only one talking anymore. Okay, Rapp, tell us about Buca di Beppo and then what we have after that.
All right, so Buca di Beppo has already been reserved. We're going to have a big old Italian family-style meal, salad, rolls, pasta.
Yeah, Italian meal. It's going to be great. And then after that, at 7:30, it's time for the Ghost Tour! Yes, it will probably be the highlight of the trip. Or maybe the low light. As you can see, there are very specific instructions on where we're going to meet. You guys will have a great time. We'll be there, and hopefully none of you will have nightmares that night. Okay, so that'll be the convention. Curfew will be at midnight that night. We'll come back to Mrs. Rapp's room, and we'll go over some things for the convention that starts the next morning. All right, so on that note, Friday is meet with breakfast. We'll have breakfast in Rapp's room, and then the convention will start at 9 o'clock. Obviously, we're going to give you guys much more information about that, but the convention will basically go on Friday from about 9 to 1.
So the sessions are each an hour, so there's a bunch of different sessions to choose from, and you guys are going to go to at least 4 different sessions. And then sometime in that time, between 9 and 1, you guys are going to get lunch. Make sure you're staying in a group when you go get lunch. And then after that, at 1, there's the keynote speaker. So you guys will all attend that, and then that afternoon you're either going to be registered for a write-off contest, and we'll let you know if you're one of those people, or you have some free time to kind of walk to the mall, explore a little bit of Indianapolis.
Okay, Ms. Rapp, I have a question.
Yes.
So what should I bring to the sessions?
You should bring something to write with, and we'll give you a folder with a bunch of pages in it to take notes. You should probably also bring your phone because all of the sessions are on an app that you guys can download, and it'll give you information about what you'll be learning about.
Awesome. Okay, so then we have 2 options. Most of you guys are in write-off competitions, or you'll have a couple hours to kill where we recommend you go to the mall or some of the things in and around the convention area and our hotel. There's plenty to see and do in downtown Indianapolis, believe it or not. Okay, so Friday night, our tradition is, of course, a pizza dinner. We'll figure out how we're going to pay for that, but basically you guys just need to bring a few extra bucks, right?
We're actually going to cover the pizza this year, Mr. Cange.
So there you go.
Pizza on us.
Pizza on us Friday night, and then, as you see, from 7 to 10 is the Claw! That's an acronym for the Cange-led Adventure Walk, and it will turn into a dance party, undoubtedly, on Friday night. What happened? Where did it go? Okay. All right, so that's Friday night. We're going to be walking around, seeing the sights of Indianapolis on our last night. It'll be a ton of fun, and you guys will probably capture the moment with every social media device that you can think of. All right, so convention curfew at midnight, and then Saturday, the last day of the convention. You see it's pretty similar to Friday morning with 4 sessions between 8 and noon, and then we'll have lunch on your own before we get back on the bus about 1:30 or 2 o'clock and depart Indianapolis. All right, so we're looking to be home by about 6 o'clock on Saturday the 14th. That time could change given that we're on a big bus, but if you guys have any other questions, refer to this awesome recording.
And make sure you stay tuned for our next Screencast-O-Matic where we will reveal the trip hashtag.
Hashtag reveal party. And remember our big rule about the journalism trip. No whining!